Hey everybody, what's going on today? And today we are going to be doing a quick VOD review about me explaining something that I have been spamming in ranked, even in my master account. And as you can see by the name of the rune page, it is a Malphite setup that kinda is designed to bring top lane back into the fold. There's a couple different alternative stat charts. My personal favorite is this one, and you can swap to MR if you need to. But the ability haste early levels is super valuable. It's also just valuable to get your ulti back off cooldown faster because your first item doesn't contain that much ability haste. Yeah, let's hop right into it. So basically, this whole premise of this build is that you take First Strike and Futures Market so that you can get yourself as much gold as possible, hit your item breakpoints as fast as possible with the style that you're going to be playing, which is pretty averse to farming. Ultimate Hunter, of course, get that lowest cooldown on Malphite ulti possible. And the whole premise of this build is that we don't care about winning lane whatsoever. We are going to, for the first 6 levels, we're going to lane like normal, get as much CS as we can, and proc First Strike every time it's up with Q. And we're just going to try and get as much gold as possible. So if we hop into the replay now, I'm actually going to turn the volume down on this because I know it's going to be too loud. So you can see we're into an Aatrox, which is a whatever matchup. So if we just hop through laning, you can see that I'm pretty passively just trading through lane, getting the CS I can get without giving up too much HP, proccing First Strike every time it's up. I think I do die here. Yeah, I do. That's fine when we trade flashes. Now without flash, he's not going to have any kill pressure on me. I got a Sapphire Crystal on my base, so now I have the mana pool to keep laning. Blunder from me, but it happens. So the thing is, you're not going to do much before level 6. You're just trying to get as much gold as possible, and the core items for this, guys, is speed run to Rod of Ages as fast as possible, and then you're going to go into more of a standard Malphite build with Abyssal Mask and Sunfire Cape. Most of the times the games I've been playing have ended before I get any further than that, but after that, if the games are going longer than that, then you're just going to flex your item pool. If you need a little bit more damage, you could go Demonic. If you need tank, you can just build tank items. But this core is like the mid-game power of this build, as well as the early influence you bring to the map as a top laner that almost no other top laner does, is because you're just like acknowledging the fact that top lane is not something that this is something you can blind pick too. The only concern you have is like Fiora and Sylas and sometimes Gwen. So as you can see, I die to a jungle gank. I'm 0-2. I'm down CS, but I'm still gonna make it to this wave, and I don't care. I don't care that I'm behind because I don't care about this Aatrox. And especially since he's going Gore Drinker, you know I really don't care. I am going to be playing purely for my team once I get access to my ultimate. As you can see, Aatrox didn't trim this wave correctly, so I'm going to get the shove and the crash, and now I'm level 6. And one thing that's important when you're playing this build is you need to look at wave states. The wave state's neutral. I'm just going to walk mid here like a complete psycho. I'm holding ult for pool, but I don't need to use it, so I just get a free kill on the Vladimir there. That's an ultimate hunter stack. I go top. I lose some minions to turret here, but again, you don't need to focus on what you're losing here. You are playing for your team and for your First Strike, right? It doesn't matter if you lose minions to the turret, if the enemy top laner gets platings, because with the power of Malphite's ability to just force plays, you're going to make that gold back. And even though you're losing XP, when you complete Rod of Ages and it gets to 10 stacks, you get a full level's worth of XP, which is most of the time going to neutralize the EXP deficit that you already had. So as you can see, I've got pretty well most of the components for Roa. I just don't have Catalyst, but I have the 2 pieces of Catalyst, and I have Teleport in like 10 seconds. I'm just going to run bottom. I have 80 ability power. I'm level 7. That's 4 points in Q. Boom. We absolutely nuked the Aphelios. That's a kill for my Jinx. I get the assist, and now I TP top to catch the wave. I get the cannon minion, I think. Yeah, I do. I get the cannon, I get like every minion on this wave, and just like that. I didn't end up losing too much to that Aatrox there. Even when your TP's not up, if your ulti is, you should be looking for roams on your resets, or roams mid lane if you can sack a wave for it. We'll just watch this game play out. And then Hecarim comes top, we get the kill on this guy. I asked him to help me show up in the wave, and he does. His Aatrox has TP, I don't, so we really need this cannon wave through. Just like that. That'll be my Rod of Ages. 10-minute breakpoint, guys. If you can get Roa before 11 minutes, that's your sweet spot. So as you can see, I get Roa plus Ruby Crystal. So in this matchup, because I'm against an Aatrox, I'll be holding the Aatrox in the side lane every now and again. I am going to go for the Sunfire Cape second. If you're into an AP matchup, you go Abyssal second. And whichever one you don't get second is your third item. You can see my ult is up. I just walk bottom on cooldown. Boom. That's a shutdown on Kha'Zix. And now my team has full prio on the bot side to get more plates bottom lane. Hecarim was here too. This just further accentuates the lead that my bot lane already was making. So now I have my Bomby Cinder. Aatrox has gotten quite a few plates top lane, but that's the thing. I don't care. As you can see, I am ahead of Aatrox in gold, and he's up about 3/4 of a level on me. Bot lane gets first turret off that play I make. So I'm just going to sit here, walk with the Aatrox, proc my first strike, walk backwards, because we don't know where Kha'Zix is at the moment. Walk in with my wave here. And as you can see, guys, I don't care that I'm down 20 CS, that I'm down 4 plates, that I'm down EXP. It does not matter. That's the beauty of this. As you can see, I completely ignore this guy to get my wave crashed. I'm going to base here, I think. And just walk to Dragon. Oh no, I think I see on the minimap that my team's already lost the fight, so I don't bother going to Dragon. But then, of course, as NA goes, the fight gets semi-turned around and stalled out. So see, end up giving the tower. Map control is pretty neutral among the teams. My LeBlanc's basing, and I know Aatrox is going to base after he crashes this wave, so I farm it up and I base. I get my Sork shoes, and I'm just running to Dragon now, because my ulti is off cooldown, I just got a base off, and there's a neutral up. But like every time your ultimate is up, you should be looking for ways to get your team ahead. Again, you see we're going to get both of these kills here. Flash ulti from me. Be very liberal with your cooldowns, guys. It does not matter if you blow all your cooldowns. If your team is getting ahead and you are generating map advantages because of the way you're like using your cooldowns super liberally, you're gonna just create so much of an advantage on the map for your team that it doesn't matter. And I think one thing to note is that like you're gonna see me stop farming here in a couple minutes, and I'm just gonna be permanently on the map looking for plays and just trying to create threat to stop the enemy from being able to farm, from being able to place vision lines. It's super obnoxious to play against this style, and it works, at least until my elo, because I've played it quite a few times in like even my master tier games, and I'm still doing fine with it. So if we just pause here, right? This has been a very bloody game, and I've been as a top laner, I have like the most KP in the game other than my AD carry, who's been super involved in every single team fight. I have the same amount of KP as my jungler as a top laner at 17 minutes. I am playing to facilitate the tempo of the game way more than I'm playing for my own lane like most top laners do. As you can see, Aatrox has 4 KP to my 9, and yes, my team has 5 more kills than him, but the point is, right, is I created so much pressure on the map comparatively to this Aatrox, even though he was taking plates top lane and getting a farm advantage and getting an SP advantage. It doesn't matter. So let's just keep going through this VOD. And as you'll see, as we get further into this game, once you start with the AP from Roa and the damage from First Strike, and the complementary items of Sunfire, Abyssal, and Sorcerer Shoes, you can pretty much 100 to 0 ADCs with this setup. Pretty reliably. Like, as you can see there, I just bonk the Aphelios. I'm like cyberbullying him all game long. Converts into a second kill on Thresh. Boom. Map pressure is 100% in our favor. Jinx is going to catch the top wave. LeBlanc is shoving in the bottom wave. I'm going to base because Dragon's up soon, and I want to get my Sunfire Cape plus my Kindle Gem. And you can see my ulti. I am walking back out onto the map after a fight and a base, and my ulti is 3/4 off of cooldown. Proc another First Strike. As you see, I'm just standing with my jungler, with my support, maintaining vision control and trying to choke these guys out of the map. That's something that you need to do no matter what role you're playing, is you need to be able to just like help maintain your vision line and make the enemy map dark. When you have a lead, you need to be making the enemy walk into darkness. As you can see, I just ult the Aphelios, chunk him to 1 HP. I was zoning almost their entire team there. Gets us the dragon. Even though no kills happen and we lose the Jinx, we got the dragon because I was putting my body there. My DPS to the dragon is not meaningful. I put my body between, and I feel super safe knowing that I have both flash and ultimate in that scenario. You can see, like, look at the damage. I just actually fist this Kha'Zix. There's my flash. I don't even give up my bounty. We're now up. We're on Soul Point. We have a Soul Threaten at 26 minutes into the game. I almost have my Abyssal Mask, which is your huge spike with this build, is 3 items. You get, once your Roa gets fully stacked, you have your Sunfire and your Abyssal. You are a menace. You are tanky for the mid-game. By mid-game standards, you do so much damage. I think what actually happens here is Hecarim like overextends himself. Yeah, and I'm not in a great spot, but I'm just going to continue to cyberbully this Aphelios. Aatrox does not have the damage to kill me, so I just walk away. So I traded the Aphelios kill, clearing the wave. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm 100% dead here. Oh, I'm not. Yes, I am. My bounty goes over the Kha'Zix. Not a great look, but not the end of the world. I shouldn't have died there. That is a bad map read from me. I didn't think to do that. So as you can see, now I have that Abyssal Mask. This is where I am an absolute monstrosity of a champion. Just speed up till I respawn here. So my team's forcing Nash. I instantly teleport off spawn. I'm just looking. I think Hecarim overextends here, and I try to peel the Jinx. It doesn't work out, and Hecarim gets the Aphelios, or doesn't get the Aphelios, so we get both of Sums. I die. Now we're actually in a pretty bad game state because the Hecarim over-forced on the backline and left me to solo peel the Jinx when Zerad was already dead. So that's really unfortunate. But we're going to get ourselves the Ocean Soul here. Trading for Nash, which is a fine trade, if you ask me. I don't have teleport, but I am sprinting. We get the Ocean Soul. Well done by Hecarim. And now with Ocean Soul, I am just an absolute monstrosity of a one-shot machine. Boom. You can see immediately onto Aphelios. I get the kill. First Strike gave me an extra 115 gold from that kill as well. And now we just beat the Aatrox to death. So from this point on, the game is kind of just a formality and hoping your teammates don't fuck up the leads you generated. But that's the same as any other League of Legends game. Is you can see the tempo I've created. I have stopped farming, like, completely. I have just been permanently on the map, hovering my teammates, trying to cover their positional and map mistakes, and just trying to make picks. I have stopped farming. I am just catching XP in sideways when I need to. And as you can see now, I am up a level on this Aatrox. I am halfway to level 16, and he has not ticked 15. My ulti and my flash is up. I really want to tick 16 before I use my next ulti, though, because it's a lower cooldown and it does more damage. And my next item, as you can see in this game, is going to be Demonic Embrace, because it gives me a little bit of tankiness, but it's also going to be quite a lot of damage. And I think one thing to note about this is, like, if you see the Kha'Zix is astronomically fed, and Vladimir is scaling really hard. This game is 100% losable. But you can't think about that in the game, or you can, and you have to, but, like, thinking of having a defeatist attitude is going to make you lose like 15-20% more games, I promise. You just have to relax, and you have to play every game out like you can always win, unless it is truly, truly doomed. But in NA, it's not that. It doesn't exist. So as you can see, I don't care about my side wave in top lane here. I'm going to sit here and try and cover my team's positional mistakes. And you look, I'm not participating in the fight right now. I was just standing there zoning the Aphelios and the Thresh. Again, I'm just marking this Aphelios. So I'm going to sit here, tank the shots for Hecarim, make sure that he's full HP so he can run out of the base pretty unscathed. We're going to base. Nash and Elder are coming up. Demonic has been completed. Fortunately, our Xerath dies again, as you can see. Our Xerath was feeding harder than the Red Cross in Africa. This guy was desperately trying to lose the game. Hecarim and I were kind of like raid boss in this mode. So this is a really risky call. I don't know why LeBlanc's up here. LeBlanc should be at Dragon, poking and scouting. But we get the Nash, and we're able to get down in time. And instantly, I just dive onto the Aphelios, absolutely eviscerate him. And that's going to be the game, right? That's Nash and Elder. We're just going to walk it down mid lane now. And that's going to be the game. So if you guys want to try this for yourself, like I said, I showed you the runes in the beginning. You've now seen an example of the playstyle. You could use this account or my main account, LL Factor, OPGG replays, and you can take a look at some of those Malphite games too. I've won and lost a few on both of them with this style. But I think it's really replicable, and I think it is very, very good for climbing, especially because top laners typically don't have a massive impact on the map. And the surprise that you can inflict when you're a top laner who is just permanently looking for plays on the map and permanently looking for picks and to generate advantages outside of your own lane is something that across all ELO brackets is just not seen that often. Alright, well, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.